Looking at the current situations of economy of India, I would like you to list four major headwinds, and I would also like you to give me the facts and the reason why you have considered them as headwinds for the Indian economy today. Our constitution is committed to bring about equality and identification of groups for the purpose of giving them support has been a constitutional commitment. Article 14, equal protection of law. In this regard, subclassification of OBC has been a point of discussion. What do you mean by subclassification of OBC? What is the history and its present condition? I would like to hear out your update on this.
What are the key learnings from the Chandrayaan 3 mission for India's space program?
Termination of pregnancy has had a lot of debate across the world, and India has its own provisions with regards to this. The issue gets very complicated when the termination of pregnancy for the rape victim is there in question. Supreme Court of India has taken its views on that. I would like to hear out your views on rape victim and the provisions of termination of pregnancy. What are the ethical challenges which are associated with it? I would also like to hear out your views on that.
How has the government's Digital India campaign impacted governance and inclusion in rural areas?
There are often reports seen with respect to human right violation, encounters, custodial deaths, and there are serious concerns about it. I would like to hear out your long-term strategy to ensure that kind of cases of complaint of brutality by the police officers, etc., are checked, because this may not be ultimately good for the democratic credentials that India has. There's a global economic contraction that has been reported across the nations. What are the major factors that you consider for the same, and what are your suggestions that how India can safeguard itself from the possible contraction that is taking place in the global demand? There are many examples in the world of ruralization, leveling up initiatives. What kind of steps that you think that can be taken in our country to have more rural biasness of the economic growth of the country, and also how leveling up initiatives in this direction can help in the process?
How do you assess India's preparedness for natural disasters in the wake of floods and cyclones, which comes every year?
China's Belt and Road initiatives, while it has very ambitious economic and commercial goals, but its environmental footprints are very much being discussed these days. Could you highlight some of the environmental impact this project has generated, and what are the long-term prospects of such projects where, for economic considerations, environment has been compromised?